You want some more water? You good?
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more water would be really good.
Okay. Sorry. I'll fill up your glass.
Thank you.
So now, hi, how's it going? It's Patrick? Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I'm here for a while. I'll be here for a good a half hour, 45 minutes. If you want to come over, go ahead. No, that'd be fine. Okay, I'll see you in a bit then. Thanks. Yeah, so I was over at the library and I found this scrap of paper and there's a copy of some wood print books. They carved out of wood and dipped in ink and pressed. There's incredible books, and they've been around since like the 1800s when they were made in Japan. And I found a couple notes in there that someone else had written and left in there. It's very intriguing. I'm trying to get them translated right now, but it's like it's totally fascinating. Like somebody left a. I don't know if it's some other Japanese writer or if it's like, who knows, or from wherever it was originally acquired. It's very interesting, And that's neat,
So you just wait. Now are these notes? Do you know how old these notes are, or have any clue how old they are? Just recently, somebody could come in there and left them.
It could have, it could have been last week. It could have been like 50 years old. They were written in pencil, so it's like there's nothing to give away. They're like a little smudged, but
So when are you gonna find out?
I should give the guy a call actually. I gave it to him like 2 days ago. So. Yeah, check this out. Even the way they structure they're written, it goes horizontal. It's so fascinating.
Right to left.
Yeah, and it's just the hieroglyphs, all the different characters they have. It's so fascinating,
No, have you been studying the language at all? Because I've heard, the language it makes a difference as far as the pitch. The word can have two different meanings depending on how the pitch.
Yeah, it's pitch, and it's also like it's also very contextual, like whatever the context of what you're speaking in. Our language is that way too, if you think about it. Like it's like if you say, "Hey, turn right here."
Yeah.
The word "right" can mean correct, or it can mean turning left or right.
Yeah.
And our language is very contextual, as theirs as well, which means like if you're like turning right. Or, that can mean two things. It's like, oh, turn right here, or, oh, you're right.
Right.
It's the words around it that make that word mean whatever it is. So that's one of the reasons it's so hard, because it's like you memorize it, a word can mean so many different things. And also, it's not Latin-based, so it's incredible, it's just, there's no basis, there's nothing, the symbols are just like, to me, it would take me years to learn how to read this stuff.
So what drew you specifically to Japanese as opposed to Korean or Mandarin or?
Good point. I don't know. I don't know. Just one spur of the moment. You know what I mean? It's weird how I get it. I go in phases. So yeah. I don't know. I just get into different things. I write it down over here. At one point, I was interested in all the different plots that there are. Now there's 37 basic plots. And so I got into plots for a while, just like the whole idea of structure of stories, And so I went through and looked and tried to find examples of stories that had each one of those. Some of them are fallen out of use, you know, like conflict with a god. There's like addiction, fatal impertinence, self-sacrifice for an ideal. They're great though, you know what I mean? And a lot of them are heavily overused. You know, you see a lot of them like action adventures use, you know, crime pursued by vengeance all the time. You know, bad guy does something, good guy chases him. Everybody's seen that plot, like the slaying of a kinsman unrecognized. So yeah, I picked this up. Isn't that cool? It's so funny. So yeah, I picked this up. Isn't that cool? It's so funny. And you look, even the advertisement gives away like the different types of the culture. I'm trying to find out if I recognize any of the language. You know, some of the characters I found in a little note, just on my own, just to see if I could recognize certain symbols that I saw. So I just picked this up and was looking through it.
But do you know what all this is about?
No. Oh.
Patrick?
Hey, how's it going? Hi.
Hi.
Good to see you. How are you
You
doing?
too. Good.
Come on in.
Thanks.
This is my friend Claudia.
Hi, Claudia.
Hi, this is
Hi.
Anna. She's my
Nice to
literary
meet you.
agent.
Oh, okay,
As
great.
well as
Yeah.
my friend.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Do you need to talk? Or?
Oh, no.
No,
Have a seat.
It's fine.
Oh,
I just came from the Barefoot Restaurant. I was speaking with my business manager,
Yeah.
and we were talking about having a book tour with several authors. And we were thinking about featuring you as our main author for a tour around the United States.
Really?
Anyways, so I wanted to talk to you about your new book and where you're going with that. And I want to talk to you about the contents, chapters, where you're going with this.
I've got the outline of the entire book, and I'm already through roughing out the first 3 chapters. I finally found a title for it, by the way. This is the new one I'm writing. I'm going to call it the Disraeli Covenant. Oh yeah, it's so hard for me to come up with good titles. It's so important for me anyway.
That's
To like, yeah, so
Great title, huh?
you get books full of just titles. You know, just like sketchbooks. So yeah, I think it's good because it brings in Disraeli as a 18th century politician, very famous in England, and the Covenant. So it brings in that kind of mystique as well as that old world kind of political association, which is like a basis of part of the book, just being like. The characters are so encased in the structure of like an outdated political structure.
Right.
You know.
Okay.
So I'm figuring like that kind of brings it in, and the covenant is the agreement that they are under. You know.
Okay.
So I think it really works for a title.
So do you think you'd be able to provide an outline for me? How close to?
It's, I could give you the outline. I'd rather work out get the whole rough draft and kick you the rough draft if that's
Okay.
all right. Because
Okay.
it's only going to take me another like 2 or 3 months to finish the rough draft, and then we can work off of that. Sometimes when I'm writing the rough draft, I change the
Because
outline.
we were thinking about doing this within the next 6 months, which means we have to move rather quickly.
Right. That's
If
cool.
there's any way that you can get that to us a little bit sooner so that we can edit it, get the rough draft in, and then meet the deadlines because of the publishing. And you know how
okay.
long that takes
Yeah,
to
I
get it
know.
into print.
I know. Yeah, I can write it a little faster. I can buckle down and bang it out.
What do you think? Can you have it to me in about a month?
Yeah, two at the most. That's the fastest. I mean, it's a lot. It's I'm not good at like banging them out super fast.
What if we
Not too
were
bad.
to provide an assistant for you?
I'd be willing to try that.
Do you
I don't
think
know.
that would?
That
would
might.
help
I
you?
mean, especially just like a research assistant, because that does eat up a lot of my time. There's certain elements that I need to like go through. That might help a lot actually. If I had a research assistant. That's a good idea.
Okay.
Wow, that'd be
Because
kind of cool having my own assistant.
Because I think Harry just might go for that.
Yeah.
Because I kind of brought it up a little bit over lunch today, because I knew it was going to take you some time.
Yeah, that's
So-
a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
I totally love that. So yeah. So as far as the cover, I have a friend Robin who's had some success in a gallery in New York. I don't know if you've met Robin yet.
No.
I don't think she's come by anytime soon. She's an artist, and I've talked to her about doing the cover for this book. So she's going to come up with a couple of sample sketches and all of that, and provide it for you. But like, I think she might have she had the feel for what I was talking about. We were at the Greystone Manor, the mansion out there,
Okay.
and she did some sketches and showed me some of the stuff in her portfolio. And it looks really good.
That's great.
It's exactly the kind of thing I was thinking of for it. So if you don't mind, I'd like to submit her as one of the potential artists.
Great. I don't see why not.
Yeah,
That's perfectly fine.
yeah, she's really good. I think it would fit in.
Okay.
So,
Great.
what else you got to do today?
Well, I am off now. I have several errands to run, and then I'm off to see one of my other young authors. So
Did she have to run so quickly? And we
Yes.
talked about maybe getting some lunch.
I just came from lunch, but thank
Oh.
you. That's so sweet. Yes, I'm just fine. But I just wanted to drop by and ask.
Is this Wayne's piece you're going to go see? Or the Wayne you're talking about?
Yes, yes.
How's he doing?
Yes. Very well.
Yeah?
Yes. As a matter of fact, he just got married. And his longtime fiance he had for about 3 years.
Get out.
They just got married.
Out. That's
Yes.
great, man. Because his book's on the charts and like everything's going. That's wonderful for him. I have to
I
give him a
know.
buzz.
Yes.
I just met him at the one reception thing, but yeah.
Right.
Tell him I said hi. Tell him,
I
just put it out there.
certainly will.
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh, okay, Claudia. Very nice to
Very
meet you.
nice to meet you.
Okay,
Okay,
darling.
take care.
Mwah.
That's great.
Yes, and I'll get back with you later on this week,
Okay,
and I'll let you know what Harry and I decide. And
okay,
if we can get that assistant for you, we will as soon as possible.
okay. And as soon as I get further on the outline and all of that, like as far as the rock cut. Oh, by the way, on the tour, what cities are you thinking? Was it just like a West Coast tour, or?
Actually, we were thinking full tour. Maybe starting on the West Coast, going on up to Washington.
Wow.
There's a couple spots, we might stop in Montana along the way, but definitely hit the East Coast, Pittsburgh, New York,
That's so cool.
Washington, D.C.
I love to travel, that would be great, because then I get to see all these places, and I think that's a great idea. I'm at the drop of a hat, I'll go.
All right.
That sounds fun. Would it be like 2 months, something like that? A month at the most, something like that?
We'll
No,
firm
no,
up
no.
the details later when we decide exactly how many cities we're
Yeah.
going to be doing, how long, we'll be staying. We'll firm all of that up later.
God, that would be wonderful.
Okay.
Okay. Take care.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
Patrick.
Yeah. No, it's just for like research and stuff, because like you have to dig through old books and find out like whenever I write a piece that takes place in a different continent, I research the time, I read excerpts from books, I go through. But like if I had a sensitive enough agent that was, or an assistant, I could have them spend. Oh, Claudia, man, I am so excited about this. Isn't that so rad? It's like, what a dream, like, I love travel, and then like they
And
pay
you'll be
for it
the
all.
featured one of the tour.
Oh, I don't
You'll be
care
like-
about that whole ego thing, That's, who cares?
Well, it'll be nice when the check comes in, won't it, for your books? start to sell a little better, and the checks get a little piece of things you've always wanted to do, like more travel.
It's crazy, man. It's so out of the blue, you know? I wasn't even writing to be a writer. I just had these ideas that had to get put down, you know? I've never thought of myself as a writer.
It's because you're doing something you love to do.
Yeah. I guess that's probably why I'm having such an effect, you know?
Because you're putting your heart and soul into it, and then it makes it work.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
does make a difference, huh? Really? Interesting. This is my super secret back entrance. So this is my escape.
Escape route.
Yeah. Isn't it great? I love my back staircase.
Uh-huh.
Sneaky,
And
eh?
who comes after you in there?
That's where they find pretty much ley lines. They've all got a lot of churches on them.
Right next to each other on Fountain and Fairfax. Slide on the house that says there are new residents here. Please do not trespass. Yeah, because you built up such a speed.
Yeah,
But
122
the
miles
Golden
an hour.
Gate Bridge is much higher than this. No, where is it? The
Carlos
Bahamas
San
or
Lucas.
something? Mexico, that's it.
Yeah.
Mexico.
I mean, do you think like if I jumped
gotta
over,
be
I
high,
could
sis.
swim?
That's the only time they'll really attack.
Right.
They'll freak. They'll totally slaughter you if you do that. They get a close-up picture of a bear in a cage, and the polar bear is just all hanging out there, and then
But it takes about 45 minutes to get there, but it goes like that. It's another. That's what he does. Why he
That's
does
funny.
that?
just got a plane ticket, went down there, and like to the point where like the airline stewardess and the pilot were like, "So where are you going? You going to Puerto Vallarta?" And we're like, "Mazatlan."
Jeez.
Sure. As soon as we get there, we realize we got to price it. We heard that the cruises to Morocco are really cheap. We got to price it, and they were not cheap. We couldn't afford it. So we're all the way in Algiers, so we couldn't afford to go to Morocco. There's nothing to do. It was terrible. So we went to Gibraltar for a day and hung out on the beach. I mean, that was interesting, but it's just Gibraltar. There's really not a lot to do there. This was the worst train ride I've ever been on. That was from Barcelona to Algeciras, which is at the very bottom of Spain. But we also we started in France. So we finally get to the border, and then they switch over.
Well, we have a very special surprise. Today we have with us, because the Academy Awards coming up and he's in town because his film has been nominated, the Italian director Fabrizio. You have to help me with your last name.
Della Rovere.
Della Rovere. You know I can't roll my R. Della Rovere.
Della Rovere. I know that this is something that will make confuse with American, but
And you must hate what we do with your name. Della Rovere.
Della Rovere. R-O-V-E-R-A.
Della
Rovere.
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 Rovere. See, but doesn't I'd have to work on that for months.
I know, don't worry.
I have to get tongue training.
It's a common problem so for
To
Americans.
get tongue training.
Yeah, but I'm happy because at least they don't stop them to see my movies. You
We
know,
love your
and,
movies,
yeah,
even if we can't say
yeah.
your name.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You just have to coach that when you the Academy Award, you have to coach him on how
Oh,
to
I'm
say your
sure,
name.
I'm
right?
sure. Well, I hope that I can be
Wow.
on stage for that.
It must be just an honor to be nominated.
Yeah, it was unexpected. It was totally unexpected. It's, I mean, I'm in this business from a while, and I felt that also the States, they started to appreciate my works. But to be totally honest, I never thought that this could happen.
And you were not specifically trying to shoot your film for the sake of being successful overseas or here in
No,
America.
no, it's
you were
not.
just doing your own, worried about doing your own good work, and others
Exactly.
recognized it.
Exactly. Yes, it's in my style, and I don't do things for the purpose of success, for money. I do because I believe in the reality, and I always felt that in the business this doesn't happen so often, unfortunately.
Certainly not.
Yeah, most of the time it's for blockbusters movie or
Right.
these big movies that there is nothing, underneath. It's all about special effects, and so I felt as a director, I felt that it was very how it was poor things, and I didn't like. And yeah, coming from my country, we are more passionate, and we believe more in truth. And we want that people knows, especially in this movie that I'm doing right now. It's about my country, so it's something that I want that people knows. It's a good and a bad thing.
Let me clarify. The film that he is nominated for an Academy Award is Unspoken Truth. But now
Yes.
the film that you're here now working on is what?
Is about a relationship that is become a material relationship. So
And that's the name of the film, isn't it?
yes.
Material Relationships.
Yes,
Material Relations.
it's material relations. Yeah, I believe that is in English is material
Oh, that's
relation. It's
true.
in Italian
Let me
is
translate.
and so yes, as for example the Unspoken Truth, that is about truth. It's about the court and the lawyer and all this kind of what is this between the verdict and between the jurors, and so it was something that I loved because people understood what it was my intention. That it's not always true that one.
Now, what people don't know is you set out to tell the truth in the courtroom. And most people would not see the relationship, but yet now I can see the relationship from going from being an attorney to
Yes.
being a director.
Yeah, it's
Many
true.
people don't see that could be the crossover, but it's going,
Yeah.
okay, I can't tell the truth in the courtroom, I'll go tell it on
Yeah,
film.
it's true. Unfortunately, yes. My experience as a lawyer was something that I didn't like. There is corruptions, and everything is about money. Everything is about to win, and unfortunately, most of the time is the people that are there, and they have to be judged. They pay the consequences for that. So it's not a really nice job for me. I know there is the people that make a lot of money for that, but
So you're going to do just fine with your filmmaking.
yeah.
And you can tell your truths, and you have control of that.
Yeah, sure. You have to be careful sometimes, but of course I had some kind of threatenness from the people from the business, because they say, well, you will not sell because it's, you
course.
jeopardize everything, you jeopardize the system, and I was scared at the beginning, but I said, well, I have to do it, because otherwise, I mean, why make a movie if I can't put inside something that I want to tell?
So when you were a little boy in Italy, you want to be a director or you want to be an attorney?
Well, I was my intention was to become an actor.
Oh,
But yes, unfortunately, probably I'm not so good as an actor.
You were an actor
And,
when you were an attorney.
Yes, exactly. It's true. And my father pushed me to become a lawyer, and when I took my diploma my agreement as an attorney, and I started to do this kind of business, I realized that it wasn't I wasn't
Your
born for
love.
that.
Ah.
And I always had this particular artistic things inside of me, and I said, well, let's try. And I was lucky because I had the money at the time to do it, and I tried. Of course, it was a risk. And so I left the profession as an attorney, and I started to do these movies, and now I'm happy. It's some.
Feel this win that we just had.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
but
like-
it's
And
nice.
I'm in this chair that's like tilting on a slope. And,
No, it's nice. It's very nice.
Hold on,
Actually,
Fabrizio.
I was thinking that in the center was much more hot, warm.
Yeah, it's
This
not
time-
so
Yeah,
hot.
nice. It's very nice.
Well, you never know. It's kind of erratic.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, but I love it.
Are you going to do any tanning on the beach?
Oh well, unfortunately, I don't have enough time to do it. But yeah, I'm working right now, and I have a lot of things to do. So it's not a first pleasure that I'm here. Of course, I'm here for the Academy Award. They call me, and it's an honor for me to be there. But I also take the chance to work for the movie.
And you want to do some shooting here?
I'm
Or you're
thinking,
here
yes, as a matter of fact, that one of the two characters of my movie is an American guy, and so it's starting from here, and I will shoot some little scene here, and most of the story will be developed in Italy.
You have your American actor yet?
Well, I'm looking for, and somebody found I have
Talent
this-
search, talent search.
Yes, I have this friend of mine, this Magdalena. She's a very known actress, and she worked with me before. And we took the chance to come here because she has this uncle that is live here. And so I'm looking for, and I have some interest in people, some interest in actress and actors that I'm thinking, and yeah.
So you might be staying for a while, it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't my project to stay here so long, but yes.
What do you think of Los Angeles, all these mochachinos and cappuccinos and trying to be so
It's
Italian? And they're fat-free and
yeah, it's true.
decaffeinated.
It's true. It's amazing because as we have so many things in Italy that they look like American, because of course Italy always try to be like a prototype. I don't know if you use this word, like United States.
that? I don't understand.
Well, probably because we're Italian, they always projected to see. They felt that themselves they are kind of not ordinary people, of course, but because we have so many interesting things. We
And
have
passionate, like you said.
passion, a lot of history, but we love the American styles, and everything is just freedom, and it's everything is project for the new century. And when I came here, I was surprised because there is a lot of things that they try to do as
like
an
the
Italian.
Italians,
Yes,
see?
and yeah, something's good, but most of is
Bad imitation.
Yes, I have to say that.
The
Especially,
pizza is nothing like
especially-
Italian
But
pizza.
the pizza is particular. Sometimes it's good, but not like in Naples, where the pizza born. It's a Naples plate. And but most of the pasta, I mean, we never put together the fettuccine alfredo. We don't know what is the sauce. Alfredo sauce doesn't exist in
It's
Italy.
Americans trying to add some
Yes,
fat.
exactly. And they put together with the chicken and with the pasta. No, we eat pasta before we eat beef or something.
separately?
Yes. We have 3 or 4 plates. You have at the entrance if you want, or you have pasta before, and after you have your meal, like it could be chicken, it could be steak or whatever. You have vegetables, and after you have fruit, and sometimes.
And literally separate, like
Yes. We never
That's why
put
you sit
together.
there for 2
no,
hours.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. We never put together the things like the salad. You put apple, fruit together. No, we don't.
Mix
do that.
it all.
Yeah, we don't.
Well, see, the Americans, you have to do everything fast, so just mix
Yes,
it up and eat it at
exactly,
one time. Don't
exactly.
go through the different steps.
It's true.
And Mama makes the pasta homemade on the table, right?
Well,
buy it in the box at the
my
market.
grandma, she did. Now my mother has the people that they do for her.
Oh, that you have fast food kind of too, huh?
Well,
Make
it's,
things easier?
Yeah, I mean, she's busy with the painting thing.